Tariq. Major League Baseball made a pretty big splash this last week, getting out of the All-Star game in Atlanta and a political issue and taking it off to Colorado. What are your general feelings about that?
Listen, I think baseball made this statement when they were very big on dealing with issues that were going on around the country, one of which was the racial injustice that was happening. And they saw it again in Georgia. They couldn't ignore it. We've seen all-star games get moved before. NBA did it in Charlotte before for some sort of issue as well. So it's not shocking that they would get involved. I mean, you have major companies a part of this: Coca-Cola, Delta Airlines. I think JP Morgan has made a statement about this. And then you have other companies in Atlanta and in Georgia that haven't said a word about this and are basically staying away from it as far as when it comes to this Georgia voting law. So I think baseball is just making a statement, understanding where it goes. I'd like to see the All-Star game in Colorado. You'll get a lot of run score, especially the home run derby. So it's not a bad place to go. And it's the All-Star game. How many people are really into it that badly anyway? So wait, we see what happens. What's going to happen is I'm really concerned if this continues. What do you do with the Atlanta Braves? Because they're going to have to make a statement and might have to make a stand as well.
Yeah, Pat, on the flip side of that, and I give this to you because you're always talking with a cross-section of people, you've got Mitch McConnell pushing back, saying that these corporations got no business getting involved with politics. And on the other, you've got some people who say, the Major League Baseball could have done more in a positive sense by being proactive in Georgia than simply taking it out.
Well, and I think that statement, exactly what you said, leads to what I was going to get into. Look, I'm a very cynical human being. If Major League Baseball is actually making a statement because they feel something was wrong, good for them. But I don't believe that's what this is. I believe this is reactive and capitalistic. They see that their fans are going to more lean towards them making a statement that they find popular than not. I mean, look. Let's look at the history of Major League Baseball, right? Only within the last couple of months have they even recognized the Negro Leagues as Major League Baseball. You've had 80 years to do that. They love to romanticize this Jackie Robinson story about how they were there, right? When he broke the color barrier and they were a part of it. Why don't you ask some of the other guys that weren't in Major League Baseball that were coming from the Negro Leagues? Why don't you talk to Satchel Paige about what his career could have been, how many years it took for him as a legitimate old man to get into Major League Baseball, even the stuff that goes on with the Boston Red Sox and the story we've seen there. That's in recent years that Major League Baseball kind of turned a blind eye to. Look, the cynic in me looks at this and it's telling me they're not looking to make a stand. They're not looking to do something right. They're looking to capitalize on something. Hopefully I'm wrong, but history, and that's not just Major League Baseball, it's the NBA. It's the NFL, it's the NHL. If you want to be that group that is making a stand because of what you believe in, well, I think it's got to be across the board or it doesn't really mean much.
So, Tariq, what should happen? I mean, what's the proper response?
Well, I think the proper response is to basically make a stand. I know that Major League Baseball had to make a decision. You weren't going to basically say, okay, we're going to ignore this whole Georgia issue, which is huge, obviously, when it comes to voting. They made a decision. They moved the All-Star game. It is what it is. It's in Colorado. You'll still have an All-Star game people want to watch with a lot of runs scored.
So, Pat, quickly contrast this with Nike's reaction to Deshaun Watson, where they're just recently they've severed business ties with Deshaun Watson because of the problems that he's had. I see these things as being in the same neighborhood.
Well, I mean, one's personal, one's societal. Although I guess you can make the argument, yes, with the Deshaun Watson thing, with as many people that have been affected by it, it is societal. I mean, I don't know. Again, the cynic in me looks at that story. How many women does it take to come forward? If you legitimately believe that Deshaun Watson might have done something wrong, why did it take 23? Why did it take a woman coming forward and showing her face before you made a decision? And again, I don't know what the right answer is to any of these things. I have no idea. But I do know that if you're going to sit and make a decision based on a cultural, societal, what you believe is right statement, just show me consistency all the way through. Don't do it when your bottom line is going to be affected in any way.